All right, y'all, welcome back to another video. We're back onto the BMW today. um, we actually we had to get it pushed from the driveway. So I had to get it all the way through the gate and throw this out here, so I had to use my mother's car and push it all the way down here. So we got it pretty much in the position I like to work cars in. It's nice and shady back here, a lot of big trees. I'm in Georgia right now, so it's pretty humid and hot, so it's nice to kind of have a little bit of shade. I'm planning on getting a fan to um, reduce the heat. So yeah, so after some research, I'm just gonna pull the engine out. This motor, I just don't think that, even putting a head gasket in it, just based on the condition of the vehicle, based on the condition of the motor, it's already smoking from the cooling system, the milky oil. I'm pretty sure, I'm kind of just looking at it worst case scenario. Engine's warped, threads are stripped. It just could be a nightmare. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull. We're gonna pull the motor and put a new one in it. I'm not gonna mess with it. I just think that's a little bit easier. I mean, it does have good bones. I mean, I don't know how terrible. If it's fixable, I don't know if I should spend time trying to fix it, or she's just a goner. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, look at that oil right there. It does not smell good at all. So, oh, got it in my mouth by mistake. Yeah, it's just not looking good, to be honest. So I don't want to kind of mess with it. So first time working on a BMW, so I don't know how far, when these type of engine overheat, how far and extent damage it could go, whether it could damage the valves, damage other components of the engine. I just want to be 100% sure. I've never dealt with a vehicle that overheats. So I have a local junkyard that I normally take my cars, where I normally pull parts from. I pulled a transmission before for 100 cord. Went in there, pretty good. I like to find the cars that were in an accident, so that's why, they're at the junkyard. Either it was in a heavy accident, or it has mechanical issues. So I kind of look for the cars that were in an accident, because that it was running before it was an accident, because that's why it's there. So local junkyard, check online. They already have the vehicles in inventory. These are common on, this is I think M54 inline 6 motor, so it's very common on the, I think, 325i, 330i. There might be some slight differences, but I wouldn't be 100% sure until I go to the junkyard there and see. I would love to try and find the exact same year model, so that I'm not running into any issues with wiring to the ECM and TCM or whatever system this vehicle uses to start the car. So anyway, so instead of yabbling, so first step is I'm gonna have to pull this front end apart. So I like, surprised, this thing is held in. This whole radiator support comes out in two pieces, so it's actually pretty good. So if you're in an accident, you can just pull the front end apart and bolt it back in. So that's the nice thing about it. So what I'm gonna do is, obviously, first things first, pop these headlights out. I already tried to organize some parts in the box right there. We can lay some over there. So we're gonna pop these headlights out. We already got the battery disconnected. Make sure we don't mess up any of this wiring. I don't know whatever wiring the previous owner did, but it was $750, so can't complain. Then we're gonna pop that out, drain the coolant. There's water in it right now. Remove this fan and everything. So let me figure that out, and then I'll resume the video. All right, it's getting pretty dark, but we got pretty much, I want to just kind of get this front support out for tonight. So we got the radiator cooling fan out. It was just 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we had a wiring harness that was connected right here. kind of on this lower section. Where's that plug? Oh, it's right here. It's right here, but it sits somewhere right here. See where the section is right here? It sits right there, so I kind of moved out the way. Unplug it. That's the cooling fan right there. Headlights, 1, 2. The bottom right there, you'll see them. You'll see them in there, kind of the bottom. 3, 4. Same on that side, 3, 4. Once you get that loose, pop this crash bar right here. I just unbolted it. 3 bolts on each side, 1, 2. Somewhere right there. 3. No, it's kind of hard to see, but it's dark. 1, 2, 3. So we got those out. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna pop it off. I'm pretty sure these are the bolts. 1, 2. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll pop those out. Let's do that right now. All right, it's pretty late now. I pretty much got everything, the front clip apart. Only thing I couldn't remove was, I think this is the condenser. Oh, another much. I think this is the condenser. These are the power steering lines right here. So I couldn't unhook them. I'm not sure how it's done. I'll probably have to go online. I think these are quick disconnects. I got everything else disconnected. I made sure to put these clips back onto these right here because I don't want to lose them. I've never seen clips like that before on a car. Normally it's like the constant tension, what do you call those? O-ring clips, or yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so we unhooked it, pretty much everything in terms of the front part. Tomorrow what we're gonna do is obviously take off the intake, right here, intake manifold, intake right here, throttle body, and then we're gonna go under the car, unbolt the transmission mount from the car, and from that point we'll start disconnecting wires here and there, and pretty much honestly it's ready to come out. I mean, I don't really see anything else. I would really disconnect fuel lines and a whole bunch of wires. So this whole entire wiring harness right here, under this box, all these, I kind of already removed some of them, just kind of see how they go in. So all these that go in here, this pretty much takes remove them from the motor one time, so you don't damage anything. So you just take everything out with the wires. I'm pretty sure there's probably some other wires holding here. Unbolt the exhaust too, from the rear. I don't think I have to unbolt it from the manifold, so I should be fine to take it out from there. I just need to go from the exhaust flange, the closest one to the front of the engine, unbolt that. Hopefully it's not rusted out or anything. I'll probably sub a PB blaster tonight, so then it could be easier when I remove tomorrow. Other than that, I think it should be ready to come out. I mean, I decided just to pull the engine and transmission at the same time. I think that'll just be easier, so that when I'm putting the new motor in, I'm not going to be worrying about lining up the transmission to the engine. So I've had that problem before, so I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and, somebody's smoking weed out here. I could smell weed. Anyways, yeah, so we'll unbolt that. Relatively not too difficult so far. I mean, the only thing I kind of had difficulty with was these clips. I got my small pick tool, pry them up to make sure they don't fly out. So I got those out, and then kind of got to shimmy them out. This one was here. It's kind of difficult because it was between the fan. I was gonna remove the fan, but I'm pretty sure this is some tool you need to kind of get in there. It's pretty tight. It's not like you just unbolted. So I'm just gonna pull it with the motor. I'm not gonna mess with it. There's no, I don't even need any access here anyways. Power steering line. So yeah, no, honestly, not too bad so far. I'll probably continue tomorrow. It is supposed to be pretty hot, so today was already 100 degrees, so yeah, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We'll just keep moving along, pull the motor out. What we'll actually do, we might just drain the oil and view what the oil pan is looking like, because if that coolant and oil is mixing, I'm pretty sure at the bottom of the engine it's pretty bad, because I kind of already see inside. You see kind of that milky substance right there? Yep. So yeah, that might just be a scratch in the cooling system. Oh no, that's sludge right there. So yeah, oil was coming through too as well. So I don't even want to mess with pulling the head gasket on it. If you were to do the head gasket, it would be easier just to pull the front clip, in my opinion. So then when you're getting to these bolts right here, I'm pretty sure you gotta take these out. And then I think this is where is it? I know there's a flange that kind of turns the timing chain. It might be this one right here. So it's easy to kind of get in there too. And then yeah, getting at the exhaust manifold bolts. So if you are doing this job, I would suggest just pull the front clip, or even actually just pull the motor. You know, I know it may seem crazy, but having the most space possible when doing something this severe, it just makes it a little bit easier. You know, I'll pull the motor from the engine. I mean, in my opinion, this is not the most tightest engine I've seen, but I've seen other engines that are pretty tight. But it's really not hard to pull this front clip apart. And what actually makes it easier is that drain is the coolant easier. You can run your hose through there, flush out the block, everything. So then when you're starting the engine, you're not flushing that old contaminants back into the motor, or the new motor you put it into it, or not the new motor, into the new head gasket, and clogging that up, or just clogging the system. Honestly, you just want to kind of flush it out, clean it out, and see. Yeah, so I'm yapping. I'm gonna get out of here. We'll continue the video tomorrow. I don't know how long it is, but we might split it in 2 parts. So hope you enjoy the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, next day here, we're back on the BMW today. So we're taking out the engine and transmission, so let's continue doing that. Yesterday we finished off with taking out the condenser, the front clip, which is actually, I kind of like this design. You know, the older cars, because, you know, if anything happens, you know, where you're in an accident or anything, these parts just bolt on, which is phenomenal, right? So you don't have to worry about, you know, pulling frames, you know, re-welding, riveting, or whatever it takes to, you know, put all these body parts back together. Radiator out, we drain the coolant, everything, so all that's out pretty much. I am gonna figure out how to take these out, but that's the last thing I'll do. I don't know if I'll need to get some quick disconnects. I still have to figure that out. For now, we're gonna take out the intake box, intake hose, take all that out, disconnect the master flow sensor, take that out, and then I'm going to figure out how to get this intake out. I'm going to watch a video and see what bolts are required. Oh man, look at this hole. I'm pretty sure something's supposed to be there. I don't know. So yeah, we gotta take this out, this whole entire intake out. Where it is, and so let's figure that out, and we'll go from there. So let's pop these out, and yeah, let's do that real quick. All right, after you got the intake tube and the box out, and everything, you want to go ahead and disconnect this wire right here. As you can see right there, there's a bolt that holds it in. I already took it out back in focus for me right there. After you unbolt that, you want to remove this right here. So you want to go ahead and unbolt it. there are bolt right here and bolt right down here, and this pops out right here. So let's get that out. And these are T40s, I think. So let's pop that out. All right, my bad. I'm watching a YouTube video at the same time I'm doing this and looking at the manual on how to remove this out, remove this intake manifold as well. So kind of bear with me. So 10 mil bolt right here, 10 mil bolt right here, and then I think there's a 10 millimeter bolt. You won't be able to really see it, but it's right on the throttle body right there. And this pops this box out right here. So they're all 10 millimeter. And then you can just go ahead and disconnect this harness right here. And it goes to, I think this is the idle air control valve, I think. So we can go ahead and disconnect that. So let's go ahead and buzz these off, these 10 mil bolts, and we'll move to the next step. Yeah, what I see that was easier, just go ahead and just remove the throttle body, that hose, the intake hose, and then you'll be able to get the whole entire housing out. Mine didn't have that third bolt in there, but yours should have it. It's on the box right here, so kind of bear with me right there. So now you can't really see, but you'll see it on that box. This entire housing that's loose, this black piece right here. So let's move on to the next step. All right, I kind of got a little bit ahead of myself because I am still trying to figure this out at the same time too. Kind of doing some research on how to take this out. So after you get, I guess where's that clip out? These clips out, you can go ahead and remove the purge valve, and then the wire that goes to the purge valve as well. It just pushes out. There's a clip that holds it in. I think it's somewhere here. And you just push it out, and it's pretty much loose. There's a wire that at the very back of the throttle body, but I don't think I can even reach it. So what I'm gonna do is that when it's about to come out, I think I should be able to take it out. But anyways, we went and removed the fuel rail connectors right here. They are pretty tricky to get. I had to use a pick tool. The one I really like to use is something like this, kind of has an angle to it. So they have these certain clips. Some of them dropped. I mean, it is what it is. Like for example, this one right here. So you kind of have to get it from the top. So you kind of have to like push it out of these clips right here on all 6 fuel rails. So I'm not the best at explaining this because I've never done that before. Oh man, I wonder what's in the woods. Huh. Pretty strange. Okay. All right, back to work. Okay. So yeah, it's easy to just take that out using a clip tool or a very small screwdriver. I mean flathead screwdriver. I think that'll take it out. So let me look at the next steps. I'm pretty sure these are the bolts we're gonna have to pop out. And then I'm pretty sure there might be some bolts on this side too. But let me just go ahead and... Oh man, what are those? Did I just see coyotes? Or were those deer? All right. Well, I might have to start running pretty soon, so let me get back to work. Like, I gotta kind of a little bit wary. Georgia is known to have coyotes, so anyways, let me look on what the next steps are, and then we'll pop this intake out. All right, we're gonna pop out this throttle body right here. There are 4 bolts onto it, so 1 on the upper side, 2, 3 at the bottom, 4. So it's kind of like a regular throttle body, 4 bolts that hold it in. When I pop it out, I'll kind of show you where they're located. They're 10 millimeter bolts, so we can pop that out. All right, so once we get these bolts out right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one here is kind of tight in there. It's kind of more to the left when you kind of put it in this section right here. And that 10mm bore was missing from mine that holds this plastic box in place. So, I mean, you can kind of tell, I mean, it was in pretty good condition. I mean, for the throttle body for this year to be in this kind of clean condition, it's not bad. And maybe the previous one had cleaned it. I'm not too sure, but I'm kind of pretty happy about that. Maybe it was replaced recently, but normally these always come out dirty. So let's go ahead and just place this somewhere down right here and let's continue. I mean, go ahead and pop these bolts out right here. Oh, sorry, not those in there. All these right here that hold the these bolts that hold this intake in, they're all should be 11mm. This one here, this one back here, we might need a swivel on it. We'll have to see. But let's pop these 11mm bolts out and let's continue. All right, after you pop the intake off, I kind of got it here. It's good to have a magnet so then you catch all these bolts. Some of them, I don't know if some of them foul or something, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm pretty, when I pop this off, I'm pretty sure I'm going to find it. It is pretty loose, but I need 2 hands to pop it off. So then I think I should be able to do it. All right, so there's a fuel rail that goes onto here. So right there. Actually, I realized this, all you need to do is push this tab back to pop it off. It's actually a pretty smart design. So you don't have to, because normally you have to get quick disconnect tools, but I think I'm pretty sure on this one here, it's the same thing. You kind of just push them back towards each other. I'm gonna need 2 hands for that, but we got that off. There's a wire that goes here. That's part of the throttle body. Yeah, we might have to pop this off right here. And yeah, let's pop this right here, this hose clamp off, and we'll go from there. All right, after you got it out, you can go ahead and disconnect this plug right here that connects to the fuel rail. You want to push it in and pop it out. And then if you drop the clips, like I kind of did, you kind of try and look for them because they kind of drop in this section here. I'm not too worried because I want to go to the junkyard anyways and get new ones. I might order some online because those are pretty hard to come out and hopefully don't fly and fling everywhere. So I don't know, maybe when I pop the engine out, I'll be able to find where it goes, but for now it's okay. So we got that out. Let's see if we can pop these out right here because I'm pretty sure it kind of works the same. So let's try that. Yeah, so they're pretty much quick disconnect lines. It kind of made a mess, but luckily I have some cardboard. You are gonna lose power steering fluid. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about that. Then you want to do, you can pop up this connector right here. I'm kind of making this video too for myself, so then when I go to the junkyard, if I need kind of assistance, at least I would know directly the steps I took to take it out. So it kind of helps me to record this as well. I hope it helps y'all too. So let me look at the manual again and see what needs to be taken apart next. All right, what we can do next is pop off this belt. I already kind of took it off. It's easy. I just removed the tensioner on it. I think this is the tensioner. I think it's the belt right here. So I just unbolted it and it removed the tension on the belt that drives the AC compressor. I just want to go ahead and remove this one too as well, because I'm gonna keep these belts because they want this junkyard wants this engine as a core. So I'm gonna take as much parts as possible off of this engine because all they want is pretty much the block and the head. Everything else they don't really care about. So obviously, and I would have to transfer over the accessories to an AC compressor, alternator, starter, I'm not sure about power steering pump, but it says with the engines, unless you want to pay more, you have to pay for the accessories. I'm just gonna pop off this AC compressor. You could unbolt it from there, but I don't know how difficult that is. I'm just gonna take this off right here. There should be bolts to hold it in. That bolt right there. There should be another bolt up here. Yep, bolt up there. I think that's pretty much it that holds it in. They might be 10s or 12s. I'm not sure, but I'll let y'all know. All right, we got the AC compressor out. It's easier just to take these 3 bolts right here out. I had to remove this line right here to kind of get this black wire out the way so I can lift it and have all these mosquitoes. Anyways, yeah, I got that right there. So, yep.